My name is Vince Giaconne. I moved to Zachary in 1982, but came to Zachary United Methodist Church in 1990. The things that I like about our church is the people. We have a good connection. We are a loving church. I feel that we all are a giving church, and not just in financial needs, but in ways beyond that. Each and every Sunday, because I get the joy of greeting most everybody coming in, I see a new face, try to make them feel at home, and being able to hopefully let them feel a welcoming part of coming in. And then maybe, they'll come back again and again, and then they will realize it's not just a facade, it's real here. The sermon, what you feel when you leave out of here, you feel your cup is filling up, and it's a good feeling. I'd like to see it come back to what it was pre-pandemic. We were growing back, I call it the early days, in the 90s, and we actually added on to the sanctuary at that time. And in 95, we were anticipating continued growth. Sad to say that, a lot of different things have happened. We've lost a lot of great members, just attrition. And then we've lost some to relocation because most of us were young at that time frame and had to move on to where their jobs were taking them. But the people were always welcoming. It's a way of giving back. And one thing we think about in generosity, it's not all about dollars and cents. It's what you can do to help. I was brought up to help one another. Well, when my wife and I were married, I was a spendthrift. Every nickel I had, and then some, was spent, and she thought I was a wealthy man at one time. Found out different. Everything I had was spent on credit cards. And before we got married, she said, "You got to reduce your expenses, and so do I, before we even enter as a family." And we did. Mom and Dad always taught us about, living within your means. Well, those things come step by step, if you will, because it's not something that you just do. You've got to make those gradual steps in hopes that your finances will meet your needs, and then whatever is extra, if you will, you're living within that means, you have an opportunity to help others. And Mom and Dad always taught us about, not necessarily tithing, but giving to the church what you could and increasing it as you're able. We all know what it's like to get a raise, but if we all set aside something for unexpected emergencies, special times in the life throughout the year, and time and giving for the church. Look at what you really need to exist, if you will. Your day-to-day needs. You need a roof over your head and food. And as your family grows, you need to be able to provide for them. But in steps. Slow down. Slow down when you're trying to think about what's important in your life. You won't get those moments back with your children, so make them meaningful.